Port Charles is bracing for an emotional summer of betrayal, heartbreak, and shocking choices that will leave fans reeling. In a bombshell storyline that's set to upend alliances and shake the very foundation of the town, Drew Cameron Mattsson makes a move that no one could have predicted, turning his back on Kai, Remy Jacobson, at the very moment Kai needs him most. But that's only half the story. Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ollie, caught between love, loyalty, and lingering scars, is pushed to make a decision that threatens to change her life forever. This is your into what's coming up, why it's happening, and how it might tear Port Charles apart. For weeks, Drew has been treading carefully. After months of tension with Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, and a complicated web of loyalties between Sonny, Maurice Bernard, Carly, Laura Wright, and Nina, Cynthia Watros, Drew has tried to position himself as the moral center of Port Charles. But Drew is no saint, and recent revelations about Kai, a mysterious new arrival tied to Port Charles's past, force him to choose between protecting what he loves and honoring a dangerous secret. At first glance, Kai seemed to be an ally. Arriving in Port Charles under a cloud of mystery, Kai quickly ingratiated himself into Drew's world, hinting at shared interests and dangerous information that could shift power away from Sonny. Behind closed doors, Drew and Kai forged an agreement. Kai would help Drew take down an international arms network tied to Port Charles, one that had almost killed Drew during his years away, and in return, Drew would use his resources to protect Kai from rival operatives. It was a fragile alliance, but Drew's desire to protect Scout and keep Port Charles safe outweighed the risks. Or so he though. The turning point comes when Brick, Stephen A. Smith, ever watchful, uncovers evidence that Kai has a hidden agenda. According to Brick's intel, Kai isn't just after the arms network. He's after something personal, a buried secret connected to Sonny's darkest chapter. One that, if exposed, could destroy Sonny and unleash chaos on the Corinthos family. When Drew learns the truth, he's torn. On the one hand, Kai has been nothing but loyal to Drew. On the other, Drew knows that unleashing this secret would spark a bloodbath in Port Charles, one that might cost innocent lives. In a tense meeting on the pier, Kai confesses everything. Yes, he intends to expose Sonny's past, but only because Sonny's actions years ago led to the death of Kai's sister. Kai argues that Drew's quest for justice aligns perfectly with his own. After all, isn't Sonny the source of so much pain? But Drew sees what Kai can't. The ripple effect. Michael, Willow, Donna, Avery, all of them would be pulled into the fallout. Even Scout could become a target. In the most shocking move of the summer, Drew decides to protect Sonny. Not because he loves Sonny, but because he knows the truth would destroy too many lives. Worse, Drew also realizes that Kai is planning to leave Port Charles with a secret and sell it to the highest bidder. At the last second, Drew turns on Kai, secretly tipping off Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. The betrayal comes during a late-night meeting at the docks, where Drew is supposed to deliver access codes Kai needs. Instead, Drew delivers Kai to Anna's task force. Kai is arrested, furious, and betrayed. The look on Kai's face as the cuffs close is pure heartbreak and rage. "You were the only one I trusted," Kai hisses. "And you ruined everything." In that moment, Drew realizes there's no going back. Meanwhile, across town, Trina Robinson is caught in her own storm. Ever since Spencer's, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, presumed death, Trina has struggled to move forward. Kai entered her life in an unexpected way, not as a lover, but as someone who saw her pain and offered her a dangerous kind of understanding. But after Kai's arrest, Trina is forced to reckon with the truth. She didn't really know him at all. But Kai wasn't Trina's only secret. During this same time, Trina discovers she's pregnant. The father? Spencer, before he vanished. Trina kept the news to herself, afraid of what it would mean, afraid to hope that Spencer might return. And when Kai appeared, part of Trina wanted to believe there could still be light after loss. Now, with Kai's betrayal laid bare and her grief for Spencer renewed, Trina must choose: tell Port Charles the truth about her baby, or protect Spencer's memory and raise the child alone. In a tearful scene at the Corinthos kitchen, Trina opens up to her mother, Portia, Brooke Kerr. Portia, who has always tried to guide Trina away from danger, is stunned by the confession. Portia begs her to keep the baby, to tell Spencer's family. They deserve to know, Portia insists. But Trina, haunted by the violence and secrets that destroyed so many lives, makes a choice no one saw coming. She decides to leave Port Charles. "I won't let my child grow up in a world built on revenge and secrets," Trina whispers. "If Spencer really loved me, he'd want our child to be safe. Away from all of this." With help from Marshall, Robert Gossett, and Taggart Real Andrews, Trina quietly plans her departure. Only Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, learns the truth before she goes, and the goodbye between best friends is gut-wrenching. Word of Kai's arrest spreads fast. Sonny demands answers, and Drew is forced to admit he betrayed Kai to protect the family. Carly, while relieved, is furious that Drew kept secrets for so long. Their relationship fractures under the weight of lies. Meanwhile, Jason confronts Drew. "You did the right thing, but don't kid yourself. The cost isn't over." And he's right. Kai may be in custody, but the secrets he uncovered haven't disappeared. Someone else wants them. The shadowy organization Kai worked for, known only as Saliski, begins to make moves in Port Charles, determined to finish what Kai started. In the most heartbreaking episode of the summer, Trina packs her bags. Standing on the pier where she once kissed Spencer, she says a tearful goodbye to Port Charles. "I love you," she whispers to the memory of Spencer, touching her stomach. "And I promise, I'll tell our child all about you." Then she boards a flight to Paris, leaving behind everything she knows. The shot of Trina looking out the airplane window as Port Charles fades into the distance will break hearts everywhere. Trina's departure isn't permanent, but it sets up a massive fall storyline. Sources say Nicholas Alexander Chavez is already in talks to return as Spencer, alive and changed by his time away. Imagine the moment Spencer learns Trina left and that she was carrying his child. His fury at Drew, Sonny, and even Kai will know no bounds. Meanwhile, Drew's betrayal of Kai marks the beginning of a dark path. Guilt gnaws at him, and Kai's final words echo, "I trusted you." Drew begins to question if he truly is the hero he thought. Though Kai is behind bars, his influence lingers. Kai refuses to talk to Anna or Sonny, but he does make one phone call to a mysterious woman known only as Sophie. Her mission? To finish what Kai started. The final scene shows Sophie opening a hidden safe and pulling out a USB drive labeled, "Corinthos, the Truth." Port Charles isn't out of danger yet. Carly versus Drew. Carly's faith in Drew is shaken. Can they survive this latest secret? Spencer's return. If and when Spencer returns, will he forgive Trina, or will anger cloud his love? Michael and Willow. Michael learns Drew kept secrets from him, threatening their alliance. Jocelyn's loyalty. Joss knows Trina's secret. How long before it comes out? The Saliski network. With Kai neutralized, they'll look for a new pawn. Could it be someone close to Trina, or even Drew himself? General Hospital excels when it shows that no one is purely good or evil. Drew's betrayal proves that sometimes protecting loved ones requires crossing lines. Kai, introduced as a villain, is revealed to be a grieving brother whose pain drove him too far. And Trina, once the town's bright light, chooses exile over exposing her child to danger. Fans will debate. Did Drew do the right thing? Should Trina have stayed? Could Kai have redeemed himself? In classic GH style, this isn't the end. It's the beginning of something darker, deeper, and more emotional. As summer unfolds, Drew will struggle under the weight of his betrayal. Kai's secrets will surface in unexpected ways. And Trina's choice to leave may protect her child, but it could cost her everything else. One thing is clear. Port Charles will never be the same. Stay tuned, and don't miss a single episode.